Section 1, A Dream Deferred, Imagining a Unified India. The year is 2047. 100 years have passed since the fateful partition of the Indian subcontinent. A century has passed since the Indian subcontinent was partitioned. The echoes of that division still resonate today, shaping the destinies of millions. Imagine for a moment a different reality, a reality where the subcontinent remained whole, undivided by the lines drawn hastily on a map. What if India had never been divided? What if the dreams of unity had triumphed over the forces of division? What if the landmass that stretches from the Himalayas to the Indian Ocean remained a single unified nation? A nation where diversity was celebrated, not a cause for division. It's a tantalizing thought, a dream that continues to flicker in the hearts of many. A dream that speaks of unity, strength, and shared destiny. A unified India in this hypothetical scenario would be a land of immense potential. A land where the combined strengths of its people could create wonders. It would be a vibrant tapestry of cultures, languages, and religions, each thread adding to the richness of the whole. A melting pot of ideas and innovation, where the brightest minds from every corner of the subcontinent could come together to solve the world's most pressing problems. The economic powerhouse that could have been, driving growth and prosperity not just for its own people, but for the entire region. The geopolitical weight it would have wielded, the possibilities are staggering. A unified India could have been a major player on the world stage, influencing global policies and fostering international cooperation. However, the road not taken is often paved with thorns and thistles. The path to unity was fraught with challenges and obstacles. The partition of India was a cataclysmic event, a seismic shift that altered the course of history, leaving behind a trail of bloodshed and bitterness that continues to cast a long shadow over the subcontinent. The scars of partition are deep and the wounds are still healing. To truly understand the implications of a unified India, we must first delve into the historical forces that led to its division. The complex interplay of politics, religion, and colonialism that culminated in the creation of two separate nations. From the ashes of the British Raj arose two nations, forever bound by history and forever scarred by it. The legacy of partition is a testament to the enduring power of division and the resilience of the human spirit. The dream of a unified India, though deferred, continues to hold a powerful allure. It is a vision of what could have been and perhaps what still might be, a beacon of hope, a symbol of unity and strength. A reminder that even in the face of division, the dream of a unified India lives on in the hearts and minds of its people.
Section 2. The Seeds of Division. From the Sepoy Mutiny to the Partition. The seeds of partition were sown long before the Radcliffe Line etched its way across the Indian map. The year 1857 marked a turning point in the relationship between Britain and India. The Sepoy Mutiny, sparked by the infamous greased cartridges, ignited a firestorm of resentment against British rule. While the mutiny was brutally suppressed, it left an indelible mark on the psyche of both the colonizers and the colonized. The British, once confident in their paternalistic rule, grew increasingly suspicious of their Indian subjects. This suspicion manifested in a policy of divide and rule, exacerbating existing religious and communal tensions. The British administration began to favor certain communities over others, sowing the seeds of discord that would ultimately lead to partition. The decades leading up to 1947 saw a steady rise in communal violence, fueled by political opportunism and religious polarization. The dream of a unified, independent India was slowly being eclipsed by the dark clouds of division and mistrust.
Section 3. The fault lines deepen. Political organizations and communal tensions. As the Indian independence movement gained momentum, political organizations played a pivotal role in shaping the destiny of the subcontinent. The Indian National Congress, initially advocating for dominion status within the British Empire, gradually embraced the goal of complete independence. However, the Congress was not a monolithic entity. Within its ranks, different ideologies and visions for the future of India coexisted, often leading to internal friction. The Muslim League, initially formed to safeguard the interests of Indian Muslims, increasingly articulated a separatist demand, arguing for a separate Muslim-majority state. The League's rise was fueled by a complex interplay of factors, including the legacy of British divide and rule policies, the anxieties of Muslim elites about their place in a Hindu-majority independent India, and the growing communal tensions that had poisoned the political atmosphere. The failure of the Congress and the League to find common ground, coupled with the escalating violence between Hindus and Muslims, ultimately paved the way for the tragic partition of India.
Section 4, the partition's legacy, a divided subcontinent. The partition of India in 1947 was a watershed moment in the history of the subcontinent. It was a moment that forever altered the political, social and cultural landscape of the region. It marked the end of the British Empire and the birth of two new nations, India and Pakistan. The euphoria of independence was tempered by the sorrow of division. Millions of people were displaced, their lives uprooted in the largest mass migration in human history. Families were torn apart, and communities that had lived together for centuries were suddenly divided by borders. The partition was accompanied by horrific violence, with Hindus, Muslims and Sikhs caught in a maelstrom of brutality and bloodshed. The violence left deep scars that are still felt today. The legacy of partition continues to cast a long shadow over India, Pakistan and Bangladesh. The borders drawn in 1947 remain contentious and fraught with tension. The two nations, born out of a shared history, remain locked in a state of mistrust and hostility. Decades of conflict and political rivalry have only deepened the divide. The unresolved issue of Kashmir continues to be a major flashpoint, fueling tensions and hindering cooperation. The region remains a symbol of the enduring conflict between the two nations. The partition also had a profound impact on the internal dynamics of India and Pakistan. It reshaped the demographic and cultural fabric of both countries. In India, the partition led to the displacement of millions of Muslims, many of whom continue to face discrimination and marginalization. The social and political landscape of India was irrevocably changed. In Pakistan, the partition led to the dominance of the military and the suppression of ethnic and religious minorities. The quest for a cohesive national identity often came at the expense of diversity. The partition of India was a tragedy of immense proportions, a stark reminder of the human cost of division and hatred. The memories of those dark days continue to haunt the collective consciousness of the subcontinent. It is a legacy that continues to haunt the subcontinent, a constant reminder of the need for peace, reconciliation and understanding. The path to healing is long and arduous, but it is a journey that must be undertaken for the sake of future generations. Effort towards peace and reconciliation are ongoing, with numerous initiatives aimed at bridging the divide. Cultural exchanges, educational programs and joint development projects offer hope for a more harmonious future. The younger generations, unburdened by the past, are key to fostering a spirit of unity and cooperation. Through shared experiences and mutual respect, they can build a future where the wounds of partition are finally healed.
Section 5. The Economic Promise, a unified subcontinent's potential. Had India remained unified, it would have undoubtedly emerged as an economic powerhouse. The sheer scale of its population, combined with its vast natural resources, would have provided a solid foundation for unprecedented economic growth. The combined human and natural resources of the subcontinent would have created an economic juggernaut, potentially rivaling the likes of China and the United States. With a unified approach, the subcontinent could have harnessed its diverse resources more effectively, leading to a more balanced and sustainable economic development. A unified India would have boasted a vast internal market, boosting trade and commerce. The seamless movement of goods and services across regions would have reduced costs and increased efficiency, making the economy more competitive on a global scale. The free flow of goods, services, and labor across the subcontinent would have spurred economic growth and created countless opportunities for its citizens. This would have led to a more equitable distribution of wealth and resources, reducing regional disparities and fostering social cohesion. The diverse economic strengths of different regions would have complemented each other. For instance, the agricultural abundance of the northern regions could have supported the food processing industries in other parts of the country, The agricultural abundance of the Punjab and Haryana, with their fertile lands and advanced farming techniques, would have ensured food security and provided raw materials for agro-based industries. The industrial prowess of Western India, known for its manufacturing capabilities, would have driven the production of goods, creating jobs and boosting exports. And the technological innovation of the South, particularly in cities like Bangalore, would have positioned India as a leader in the global tech industry. The synergy between these regions would have created a robust and multifaceted economy. Furthermore, a unified India would have been better positioned to attract foreign investment and become a global hub for manufacturing and innovation. The stability and predictability of a large unified market would have been a significant draw for international businesses. The sheer scale of the market, coupled with the availability of skilled labor, would have made India an irresistible destination for global corporations. This influx of investment would have further fueled economic growth and technological advancement. The economic potential of a unified India remains a tantalizing what-if, a glimpse into a future that might have been. It highlights the possibilities that were lost due to division and the immense opportunities that could have been realized through unity. It serves as a reminder of the economic costs of division and the potential benefits of cooperation and integration. The vision of a unified subcontinent continues to inspire thoughts of what could be achieved through collective effort and shared purpose.